Hello, awesome people. I hope you are having an amazing day today. Today I want to take a look at a short story by H.P. Lovecraft. It's called The Music of Erich Zann. For you folks, it was written back in the pulp era when he was writing some of his stuff. It's a faster read. I just read it last night, second time, in about 20-25 minutes roughly for me to knock it out. It's good stuff. I read it online on an H.P. Lovecraft archive, so I'll link it to you in case you're interested in checking it out too or haven't read it already. For you folks. Now, I like to do, I read this once when I bought his stuff as a junior in college. It was published by a company called Del Rey Publishing, which published a lot of science fiction and fantasy that I liked. And such, and I really respected them as authors and editors and so forth. And I picked this up, this 3-volume collection, and The Music of Erick Zann was in the first collection for you folks, which was more of his early era of horror or influenced by Poe. The second collection were more of his dreamland stuff that was influenced by like the Gods of Pagana and Lord Dunsany's influences, or a house and shop, a shop and go by street, that sort of thing. So it had those influences. And then the last one was all about his Cthulhu mythos stuff, like the Call of Cthulhu, stuff like that put him on a map in a major way, and that really keeps people going back and rereading it and so forth. What he would do. Much of his stuff was set in the same universe that we call the Cthulhu mythos. And then he would actually bring in things from some of his friends that he liked, like Clark Ashton Smith's Sethagua in The Mound that he had written in The Tale of Zatampra Zyros. He changes him up a little bit, modernizes him, and makes him a bad guy, or stuff like that. And then he also encouraged his colleagues and co-writers to use his stuff in their worlds too. So you got the Hounds of Tindalosh, you got Robert E. Howard doing that stuff too, who wrote Conan, stuff like that too. And so that was very, very popular at that time, and so that's how he came up with that stuff, and that's what his third volume was dedicated to. And after reading that, I became hooked on like Cthulhu mythos, and I've done a lot of it. I probably read like almost 1,000, if not more, short stories in the Cthulhu mythos and such. But this is actually isn't the music of Erich Zann is a very strong thing. I remember the first time reading it, loving the ending, and thinking it was incredibly well done, and so forth, and went back and read it last night for the second time online. Again, very, very well done. Love the ending. As a reminder, my reviews are spoiler-free, so I won't do a deeper dive unpacking the ending for you folks, but I think it's an absolutely classic Lovecraftian ending. Love it lots. So basically what's happening in the first couple pages to get you started is basically our point of view character is somebody who's living in a French city, and he has found an unusual road and such called a rue there, and he's never and on that city he found a cheap place because he doesn't make a lot of money, and he keeps getting evicted from his houses, but this one's really, really cheap. He's on the 5th floor. He has an apartment. He starts to hear noise from above. He asks his landlady what the music person is, and he says, and the landlady, it might be a landlord actually, now I think about it. It's a French name. So basically he says, or she says, they say, I guess, well, that one of the things that's happening is that there's somebody up there named Erich Zann, the name of this person, and he is a musician for a local orchestra at night, and will play for them and such. And he's a German recluse because he's mute and so forth. And he loves the music, so he goes up and asks to listen. So that's basically the entry point. About 3 or 4 pages into this, maybe 5 minutes into the 25 page or that's the setup. But then what will wind up happening, the ending, that's absolutely epic. All the great descriptions and such, and Lovecraft's kind of strong prose and so forth are definitely on point in this short story. Unlike some of his short stories in this era, this one is not longer to read. Some of his stuff can be a little longer to sit down and read it, and it might overend its time and so forth, but not this one. And this one is incredibly strong, love it lots, for those reasons, because it does not wear out its ending. It's not too long, it's not too short, and so forth. It's the exact length that it needs to be for those, love it lots. So I'm giving this, it's strong. I don't think it's his best work. I don't think it's his worst work, but I think it's a strong ending. And so I'm going to be giving it an 8.5 out of 10 for you, folks. And so there you are. And so if you like this, let me know what you thought about in the comments below. If you enjoy or if you like this or didn't like it, let me know. If you agree or disagree with my 8.5 out of 10, let me know about that too. Just again, try to keep the reviews spoiler free. There's going to be some people that probably have never heard of the music of Erick Zann, or kids that are growing up that might find this now, and I don't want to spoil the ending for them and such. It's just an absolute classic to my mind. All right, and if you agree or disagree with my ranking, let me know that too. I'm not going to lose any sleep if you think it's better or worse than I do. I'm not going to lose any sleep because somebody on the internet disagrees with me. I'll be fine. So please feel free to share your honest opinion. And there you are. And so if you like this video, why not hit the subscribe button, because there's going to be lots more of these. I like to do 3 reviews of these throwback things every week in the fantasy, science fiction, and horror genres that I cover for this channel and such. And so I try to do 3 of these reviews on H.P. Lovecraft's an absolute classic. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon, and let your friends know about all the other things too and such. And then also, that's where my channel gets its name from too. The worst thing about new books. It's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones. All these older books are so classic and so influential. Why aren't we reading them and talking about those? But in our lust and passion for the new, we sort of set aside that older stuff, right? And so forth. That's where the passion of the channel comes from, finding these older things for you folks. And unlocking them and unpacking them for you. Again, spoiler free, that's one reason why. And then I want to thank you and finish this out by just letting you know how much I appreciate the time that you've spent in investing it and watching my video, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening, right, in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.